Well, we are going to circle, I think, around this issue of the role of the government and what can they do in this crisis. To me, the Gulf or the region or the Arab world has more than three priorities. I would say from a consultant point of view or a civil servant in the UK, it's easier. The system has been developed, the institution is there to undertake three priorities and execute them. The problem we face in the whole Arab world, or at least in the Gulf region, is that we have many priorities that we did not address from the beginning. Let's remember that in the Gulf region, education started in the late 50s, if you want real education. We had the first boom in the oil in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and they were lost, as they say, decades for us. Why? Because we did not educate the people right for the labor market. We did not deal with the investments right. We consumed the money more than we invested. And it was really a lost decades for us. This decade, when it started to, McKinsey expecting our income to be 9 trillion if the oil stays at around $70 to $100 until 2020. This region or the Arab region is not going to be left alone. We are going to export 50% from just next door from the Hormuz Strait in the 2020. Therefore, this region, these governments has a crisis to solve, not only on the investments or dealing with banking issues. There are priorities to secure, educate the middle class, give them the right jobs in the future. We have an employment in the Gulf region alone of about 25% in some countries. These are really alarming bills for the governments to undertake and watch. That is my point in this crisis. I don't want to talk about the social justice. That's a whole big issue here. But I think the priority for the role of the government are really political, security, and dealing with this crisis. They could have solved this a long time ago, but it has stayed with us in the future. Therefore, I think, I will add, you allow me for another minute? This region at least has three elements which no place in the world has, but we are not appreciating it the way we should. We have the energy, which is ample everywhere. We have, at least from Kuwait to Oman. We have the capital or the liquidity to invest, and we have access to the labor markets from all over the world. If you have these three, you can become an oasis of small and medium, let's say, industries. You can be a place where you buy, like I really liked when Dubai bought P&O. That is a strategic buy to bring a new industry to your neighborhood. Buy such things that will bring you added value where you become a competitive advantage for your economy. Be strategic about these things. If you be strategic and solve your other issues, I think the role of the government will be respected not only domestically, but worldwide.